I'm Amy Holthouse from the Wayne County Area Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for joining us today for Chamber Chat. My guests today will be Steve Fincher from Ivy Tech Community College and Jeff Martin from Forest Hills Country Club, as well as Brittany Pennington and Denise Landon from the Chamber.
Thank you, Amy.
It's good to see you.
Great.
So how is everything at Ivy Tech these days?
Well, we're continuing going about implementing our mission, and we try to promote the focus for our citizens to build their educational credentials, particularly for the workforce. So at Ivy Tech, our citizens can take courses and they could earn a national certification that would have recognition in the workforce. They could apply those courses toward a certificate and on a short-term certificate that also is geared toward workforce skills, and then transfer those credits toward an associate degree or an associate degree, and then transfer those credits and continue their education toward a bachelor's degree. So the purpose of that obviously is looking at our community and at the workforce credentials of our citizens, which so closely links to the mission and the business of the Chamber of promoting commerce and business within our community. So we're about implementing our mission and promoting to our citizens opportunities for lifelong education, from certifications to certificates to associate degrees, and transferring those toward a bachelor's degree. Recently, we're also focused on the job skills gap in regards to how many jobs are here locally but are going unfilled because applicants don't necessarily have the technical requirements that those jobs are asking for and requiring, and employers are requiring.
Sure. We hear a lot of that at the Chamber. As a member of the Board of Directors
Absolutely.
of the Chamber, you know we have that discussion both at the board level, with Business Education Committee, which you're integrally involved in as well. That's a topic that comes up a lot, that skills gap.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. And as you just said, Amy, promoting education in our community is a very, very significant part of the Chamber's business. And our community is fortunate to have the public higher education opportunities that we have here locally. Ivy Tech Community College, we're part of a statewide system, which makes us, which provides a lot of resources for us because we can draw upon faculty, we can draw upon corporate college expertise across the state, and then apply those to local needs.
Sure.
And then there's Indiana University East, which we share a campus with. There's Purdue University College of Technology, we also share the campus with. And then, of course, Earlham College is here, a private liberal arts college. So our community is just rich in higher education opportunities. And we're about trying to make sure that our citizens know about the opportunities that are here locally.
Sure. Well, and I think, too, just in mentioning the other schools, you and I know, and sometimes I think we forget, but the partnerships that are happening amongst all of the colleges are just fantastic. And the ability for someone to come into Ivy Tech Community College and maybe start, with one of the opportunities there, they can grow beyond what you might have to offer and continue on past your walls and move on to one of the other schools and keep going if they want to, which is, a really, really, really nice opportunity for people.
That's exactly right, Amy. In fact, it starts before Ivy Tech because in high school, students can earn dual credits. And so they can complete some dual credits in high school, then they can continue on and apply those dual credits toward those certificate training and certificates and associate degrees, transfer those on. So there is this a continuum of education that's available locally.
Well, and I know we'll post your link for the viewers so that they can get on and maybe see a little bit more, but I think I've really learned a lot about the certificates and the different opportunities through Ivy Tech that are specific to job skills and job trades that are so necessary, especially in our community. And for, we're also familiar with the traditional path of graduate, go get the 4-year degree and move on. And we're seeing that there's a lot of value in that in that middle section as well for students to get those certificates, and there's a lot of job opportunities with those types of degrees as well. So
Absolutely, Amy. And there's some students that complete their bachelor's degree, but they may not find there's a job opportunity in that specific area, and they may want to earn a certificate or earn an associate degree that has a specific workforce focus. We've clustered our programs around employment sectors. So we have a health career sector with a number of programs and opportunities within health careers, but also manufacturing and business and computers and public service. We started a new paramedic science program this summer.
Oh, that's right.
And so there's a number, we have a wide array of program inventories and program availability locally, and we'd be very excited to talk to students about that.
Right. Well, and like I've been to quite a few meetings out there with you and sat around some tables, and I was even really impressed and amazed with how many choices there are. I think people would be surprised just to go out and get the information and find out the volume of selection that you have right here at Ivy Tech in Richmond.
Yes, that's correct. And then also there's the distance ed opportunity. So we bring some programs in by distance ed to be able to offer our local community programs that we wouldn't necessarily have the critical mass for to have a standalone program, but we can tie into some distance ed opportunities. So that even makes that program inventory larger than our on-campus programs.
Right. Well, and we just finished up career conference with our 10th graders in Wayne County, and you mentioned the clustering that you're doing at Ivy Tech, which goes hand in hand with some of the clustering of presentations that we did at the career conference. And I think, a lot of times in the 10th grade, they're not entirely certain what path they want to take, but it's good to look at a cluster and what all is available in that umbrella. And if you're interested in a certain direction, at least it gives them some guidance on what classes do I need to be taking even in high school to set me up to be successful if I choose that path. So
absolutely. And current studies validate the fact that the jobs of today and the jobs of the future, many jobs are going to require post-high school education. So obviously we want students need to complete their high school, but as you just said, they need to select courses that will prepare them for study after high school.
Right.
The Georgetown study from the Workforce Certification Center showed that the unemployment for citizens without high school is increasing, but for citizens with post-high school education and training, that it's back to pre-recession employment levels. And obviously that's a composite number in there, but it is so important that for today and for the future that we do individually build those educational credentials as we mentioned, and as we do that, you're also increasing the opportunities for the community to present a very skilled workforce.
Well, and I think even though it always seems that people have known that education is important and valuable, it's even becoming more and more so at the forefront of all the discussions we're having, whether it's economic development or getting the job rate up or whatever the topic is on the table. It seems like education is kind of the key to everything we talk about. And you and I know we're looking forward to 2013. That's going to kind of be the theme for the chamber. And in our annual dinner, we're going to be talking about education, and that's going to be kind of the lead speaker for us.
That's right. We're fortunate that Thomas Snyder, who's the president of Ivy Tech Community College statewide, is going to be the speaker for the annual dinner. And Ivy Tech College statewide we serve about 200,000 students annually. There's 30 campuses. It's a very large operation. And President Snyder has brought a leadership to his position that's recognized nationally. He's been to the White House in regards to some conferences on college affordability and the affordability of higher education. He spoke before a congressional subcommittee on affordability. And he has a very rich background in business and in manufacturing. He was president of Delco Remy, and he's on a number of boards today. So we're very fortunate and very pleased that President Snyder accepted the invitation. He will be the speaker for the annual chamber dinner in January.
Very exciting. We're very pleased that he'll be joining us. And I do think, like you said, he has such a rich background drawing from both education and business sectors that he'll be really interesting to hear, and I think a good leader for all of us to kind of follow and see what happens with Ivy Tech.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that event.
Yeah. Well, appreciate your time and sharing with us everything that's going on. We'll look forward to seeing what all happens at Ivy Tech in 2013, and As a part of the chamber, of course, we appreciate you and all that you do with your time with us.
Thank you, Amy. I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thanks for being here today.
You're welcome.
My next guest joining me today is Jeff Martin, General Manager at Forest Hills Country Club. Hi, Jeff. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Thanks for coming out today.
Good. Thanks.
Good. I was just visiting with Steve Tencher from Ivy Tech, and we got to talking about the annual dinner for the chamber. And that is a big event coming up for Forest Hills, and we're very excited that you're going to be joining us there this year.
We're very excited. We really appreciate the opportunity the board gave us to cater the event. So we're very excited. The staff is excited. The membership's excited. So it's a great opportunity.
Good. Are you, in looking forward to that, I know a lot of times we forget in catering all that goes on before the event. Of course, everyone knows that night what happens, but I know you guys have been working really hard already. So share with us a little bit about how all that comes together. I mean,
Yeah,
a lot of people, they get there and they think, oh my goodness, how does this even happen?
Yeah. No, you're right. I equate a lot of things to athletics. So, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a lot of
Me too.
practicing, right? You're going to practice. We're going to practice. We're going to obviously, there's a lot of staffing issues. There's a lot of ordering. There's a lot of things you got to get in line. It's a huge event. It's off premises, so
Right.
we got to make sure we get there and get everything in line. We have a very qualified banquet manager, Thad Redder, does a great job for us. He's excited. We have our executive chef, Mike Fink. He's excited about it. They've gotten all their preparations in order. We'll practice like I said, as a staff, go over things. We've done catering events, off property, obviously at the club. So it's just a larger scale version of what we already are comfortable doing. So we're very excited.
Well, and that being said, too, I think, when you guys asked to be a part of the bidding process and go through that, I think sometimes we don't recognize Forest Hills Country Club being that type of a service or that type of benefit to the community at all. We sort of forget about you.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
that, and,
no, and you're
and
exactly
I don't
right.
mean that in a bad way at all,
Nope.
but a lot of people I don't think recognize you as a caterer.
Correct. And technically, we are not, because we have to, we are a country club, so we're
Right,
a nonprofit.
sure.
So the only way that we can cater is if we have a sponsoring member.
Right.
However, that's a very easy thing to make happen.
Sure.
We can cater, we can hold functions at the club, we can do a multitude of things, and the loophole is you have to have a sponsoring member.
Right. Well,
That's-
and in a small community, like you said, your members are incredibly involved and engrossed in this community, so there's probably always a member involved in what's happening to some level. So
Most likely multiple.
Right.
So, yeah.
Exactly.
So that's, and we've been around for 85 years, so you can, we're part of the community. Obviously, the golf industry is struggling as a whole, so there's always a lot of concerns, a lot of rumors, and sometimes those affect you too.
Right. Sure.
People are like, oh, well, they're probably going down or whatever. Whatever's happening, but when the truth is, we're alive, we're strong, we're happy, we're moving forward. Our membership numbers are actually increasing; they're not decreasing, so that's a good thing.
That's good.
And we're going to continue to reach out and try to get these kind of opportunities and grow and do things that are maybe a little out of our ordinary or a little out of our comfort zone, but we'll show everybody that we can do these things.
And we're a lot alike. We're a membership-driven organization that's a nonprofit group similar to you. And that's important, and that's, it's important to get that word out there and let people know that you are doing well and things are going great. I know you've been implementing a lot of new things out there, which is exciting, and
Yeah.
for people to know about that as well.
We are still a full-service private country club. Obviously, our number one asset is that golf course. That golf course is
gorgeous.
a fantastic golf course, and it has a good reputation. We have the swimming pool, which we spent some money on this summer, did some renovations. We got a community improvement award from the chamber. People are very happy with it.
Yeah.
We've got the tennis, we've got dining, and then obviously, like we were talking about, all the, whether it's a wedding reception, a business function, parties, private parties, catering. We can do all those things. So
Right.
it's a
Well,
good,
and
it's
I
a good
know
thing.
you've been doing some unique things. I thought this fall, especially for those of us who are non-golfers, the opportunity to get out and just view the course in the fall foliage and just kind of witness that.
Yeah.
It was a neat idea and an
Well-
opportunity for people. It's gorgeous. It's a like a park. I mean,
It
it's
is.
beautiful out there.
It is.
So.
You're right. And the social side of the club is something that we are going to continue to improve and make better. It's all about adding value to a membership. So anything we can do on the social side, whether it's what you just said, whether it's member events, whatever it is, we're going to make bigger and better. And we have a New Year's Eve function coming up this year. We're going to, for the first time I think ever in the club's history, we're going to have a large New Year's Eve party, and we're going to open it to the public. So that's kind of a neat thing.
That is
So
neat.
we're running ads on the local radio station. We're going to get the word
Great.
out through our members, and it's a good opportunity for non-members to see us.
Sure.
Because there is a bit of an image issue there, and we're going to work
Well,
on
and I
that.
think it's younger than people maybe realize too. A lot of young faces out there, young families, a lot of opportunities that way. And I didn't realize that the party was an open party. So
It is.
if someone watching is interested, they just call the club.
Call the club.
Call the club.
Absolutely.
And
we
make
have
a reservation basically
Yep,
is all you
you'll
need
get
to
a
do.
ticket and you can come and you'll be fine. Yeah. But
I think
you're
that's
right.
a great idea because we talk about that at the chamber as well. There's that fine line between what do we offer to get some new people involved, to get them here, to see what we're all about, to hopefully help them decide to join us as a member going forward. And that's a great idea to get some people out there, let them take a test drive, I guess,
Absolutely.
if you want
They can
to,
experience
see who's
it
out
and-
there and what they think.
And we have a very good core of what I would say 30 and 40 somethings out there, and we know that's the growth to the club. So
Sure.
we've got to try to attract that membership.
Yeah, excellent. Are there any other special opportunities for non-members, or if someone watching is interested in finding out more about the club, what would the process be, or what would you recommend?
We have two things right now. Country clubs across the nation are always constantly running specials, doing crazy things to get anybody to come through their doors. What we do have is from the time you're 18 to the time you retire, we have a program in place for you to be a full member. And the two new things are our junior membership, which is from the age of 18 to 29, and then our senior full membership is 65 and over. Those two things are exciting. I think it gives us an opportunity to reach some people we maybe haven't reached. And then other than that, guests are always welcome to come out to the club. We have a welcome center in there. It's very intimidating for some people to come in there
Sure.
and come in and get some literature. Feel free to call us. Be happy to talk with them.
We do a lot of events out there, so I feel very comfortable. But I will say, your staff is just super welcoming, very friendly, very kind, always willing. And in helping with events out there, I know I have asked tons of really silly questions, and they have never been anything but very kind and gracious in helping me get the answers. So I can attest to that from personal experience and being out there and having to have some awkward moments from my end in event planning, that they've been very gracious. So I'm sure that they would be, especially with a guest coming in the door.
They would. They absolutely would, and that's very kind.
That's great.
And they are good staff. We are rebuilding the staff. There's a lot of element. We're in the process of bringing in a new golf professional. We're in the process of, changing the staff that we serve, that serves a la carte or serves the dinner. We've got a lot of good people in place. We've got a lot of people that have been there a long time that are doing a great job.
Yep.
So it's a blend.
Good.
We've got the old crew and the new crew coming together.
Yeah. And it sounds like the same with membership, which is really
It is.
exciting.
It is.
A lot of old standbys and some new faces. And
Absolutely.
excellent.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds fantastic. Thank you for taking time to come out and share with us today what's happening out there and all the updates. And hopefully we can have a full house for New Year's Eve for you.
That's right.
And
That's
then
right.
and then we'll all look forward to the annual dinner together, which will be on Friday, January 18th. Be a fun, exciting evening, and Steve will be there, and we'll just have a really good time. So
I appreciate the time.
we appreciate you, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now joining me are Brittany Pennington and Denise Landman from the Chamber. How are you ladies today?
Good, thank you.
Good.
How are you?
Good. Thanks for coming out. We have the annual dinner coming up. Annual dinner, very exciting. I know, Denise, your first year as our director of events. You're doing really well, and things are going great. So share with us a little bit about how that's going and what you have going on for the dinner.
Well, that's a lot of pieces to a puzzle to put together, and it is kind of fun. We do have the country club who is catering this year, and they are going to provide a fabulous meal. We did get to taste a couple of those items that we'll be serving, so we know firsthand that it's good.
That's right. We had a little sampling. That was fun.
Yes, yes, it was. And I think one of my favorite pieces so far is working on the decorations for the annual dinner, and that has a focus of our schools
Yes.
in Wayne County.
Yes. Well,
So
with Tom
education.
Snyder from Ivy Tech as the president statewide coming in, our whole theme is education, right?
Yes.
The whole theme for the dinner,
Yes.
right?
So everything is going to evolve around education, and we are going to have our high schools and colleges represented. So we're real excited about that, and some of them have gotten a little more personal with us than others, and they actually are going to have some of their students do small pieces of artwork.
Fantastic.
So we're
Exciting.
real excited about seeing how that comes together.
Great. That's
Yeah.
really going to be a lot of fun. I think trying to get the students and the schools involved and reaching out into the community a little bit deeper and including those people in the dinner will be a lot of fun.
Yes, yes, they always come with rose-colored lenses
Yes.
and see things like we have forgotten to see, and they're just very pleasant to include in something like this.
Yeah, for sure. It'll be really exciting. That'll be fun. And speaking of including people and reaching out with as the director of membership, I know you're working on coming up on the new year for the chamber as a whole. Membership and partnerships and sponsorships and all of that are a crucial piece to the annual dinner. So are there opportunities for current members, new members to get involved with the dinner, or what would you recommend?
We have a partnership program that has 4 levels. There's platinum, gold, silver, and bronze. And with each of those packages, part of the sponsorship, it goes for a table of 8 at the dinner, plus a banner or a sign at the dinner. So that is a great way to get involved and to also help sponsor, help the chamber out. It goes through all of our events, not just the dinner. It'll go through our golf outing and community improvement, lunch, and Taste of Wayne County. So that's a great way to get involved for either new members or old
sure.
members that we've had.
For sure. Now, if someone, say, maybe doesn't want to go that route, doesn't want to do the partnership on top of their membership or whatever, but somebody who wants to just come to the dinner, is that an opportunity if I just as an individual want to come or bring a couple of friends? Can we buy individual tickets, or how's that work?
Yep. All they have to do is either give us a call or send us an email, and we can reserve them a spot.
Okay. And this is kind of our first big push for the dinner this year. I understand invitations are ready, and those will be going in the mail, so people will be receiving the invitations, and a lot of this is printed on there as well as far as the opportunities, but can always call the chamber and get that taken care of. So,
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. I know we're excited. Steve's excited, and we're thrilled to have Tom Snyder coming to the community to speak. It'll be interesting to hear what he has to say and kind of tie all this together. And I think it's exciting. I love your idea of tying all the schools in the community together and pulling everyone in for this and kind of celebrating as a community the opportunities that we have. And hopefully maybe even sharing those opportunities with people who maybe aren't as aware of what's out there and what they can take advantage of right here at home. So I think we're very blessed and fortunate to have all of that going on at our dinner this year, and looking forward to, I know our board of directors is really excited about the upcoming year, and hopefully we'll just be able to take advantage of all of that and see some exciting things happening, especially with education and workforce, and move forward into the year with that. So, excellent. Anything else that you guys want to share on the dinner, or no?
No, I think we're good.
Well, thank you all for joining us today for Chamber Chat. Thank you to my guests, Steve Tincher from Ivy Tech Community College, Jeff Martin from Forest Hills Country Club, and Denise Landman and Brittany Pennington from the Chamber. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll hope to see you here again on Chamber Chat.